Hello, trading is closed on June 10th, 2019. We'll go over our calls. Looked for the pattern to gap outside of Friday's range. We thought the gap would be up, and it was. We had targets as high as 29.18. Hasn't printed yet. Might not print at all because that was one of the numbers we had. We'll see in a minute. This is one of the others. Monday's pattern is the one with the early low. Doesn't mean you won't gap up first. This pattern usually is an up day, closes near the high. When it doesn't, it drops in a straight line. I'm not certain, well, it certainly isn't closing at the high, although if we gap up and take this high out early tomorrow, that's good enough because tomorrow's open's a surrogate for today's close. I guess you could call it a straight line, but usually I expect more than that. If we gap down smartly at the open tomorrow, that would also work. Otherwise, it's just not the typical pattern I expect to see. Neither of those things happen. Now, we did have an optional target, and that printed. Did I show that here? Well, I meant to. Oh, here it is. This optional target printed. And this one's the one for tomorrow, but I'm not certain it's going to print, even though futures are up as we're talking. Here's the MEJT pattern. System said the move is false. We should overtake that high. So why is this such an important resistance level? Well, first of all, if we don't gap up and take this high out early, it's negative and leads to lower prices. If we go up, I still think 29.18 is in reach, but we have a number of sell signals coming up. I don't think we have a lot more to the upside, and I don't think we're going to a new high on this leg. Well, here's our favorite count. This could be wave 5, and if it is, we have to count these waves here. If that's the count, and that's A and that's B, you can see you have an A and a B. Version 10 of TradeStation is just plain awful. And that's where C is equal to twice A. So if that's the count, it's a logical place for us to stop. And we could have a wave blue C down having a relationship most often to this A, and that's a pretty steep drop. But that's not the only way to count it. It's my preferred way. But what if this isn't the end of wave 5 or even 1 of 5? What if wave 1 of 5 ended here today, or even wave 5 itself? I don't think it did, but if it did, you can take the height of wave 1 going back to 2009 and you'll see this is where wave purple 5 is equal to purple 1. Not only that, I've had trouble counting this last rally. I didn't see a clear count, but if this is the count, and I'm not saying it is, but it doesn't break any rules, then what this could be wave 5, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4. And once again, wave 5 is equal to wave 1. So we have strong Fibonacci and elegant resistance right at today's high. It doesn't help that the equity only put call ratio went under its lower Bollinger Band and then reversed. It doesn't help that the NASDAQ McClellan oscillator is over the upper Bollinger Band. And if we start dropping here, these are going to confirm these signs of a top. So if this rally is going to continue here, we really have to clear this high. And even though futures are doing all right now, I'm not so certain we're going to clear it. This is a pattern which usually closes at the day's high. If we don't gap over it, or at least gap up smartly and take this out fast, I look for lower prices, and before the next leg's over, they could be significantly lower. We could see some of these numbers, and that's today's call.